What's up?
What's up?
Well,
What are we doing today?
well, we're actually sitting here right now where your house used to be until the tornado came and then tore it all apart. But we're gonna finally get this slab clean and get the pile pushed up here by the road.
Yeah, Lucky Outdoors doing a little different today. It's not a hunting video, but it is some storm cleaning, which, as you can see, we kind of had a little bit of a snowstorm last night. This is what's left of my place, and Austin has been kind enough to run get this real nice piece of machinery, and we're going to try to clean it off. So you guys stay tuned. I got a storm story for you, and we'll give you my little testimony on how I survived the tornado here shortly. But Austin's going to get after it. I had such a nice little house here. Austin's having way too much fun. Yeah, guys, we had an EF-2 tornado come through on December the 10th, 2021. My neighbor's house here, he got a lot of damage. He used to have a lot of pine trees around his house, which I'll tag some pictures on this video, and you'll be able to see the carnage. But tornado started on that side of the neighborhood, came through, got my neighbor, got this neighbor. You can see his house is completely gone. We were the first two in line to completely lose our house. Then my neighbor back there, which they've started rebuilding already, they're a little faster at this than I am. I'm still deciding what to do. Love to buy me a place on the lake. You know how that goes. And so, yeah, that's the one they found my boat in, by the way. And then these neighbors back here, you can see there's not much of that structure left, which is kind of weird. It's the way tornadoes are. You know, you'll have one house like that one, it's not really damaged. One like that one that's not damaged, and then you got this wiped out spot in the middle. But it was quite the experience. Alright, stay tuned and I'll give you a synopsis of what happened. I'll give you the play-by-play. Stay tuned. Well, we've been working at it about all day. Austin had to take Abel to a ball game, but he got all that pushed up for me before he had to leave. Dad out there has got his little har. So, as you can see, the slab's cleaned off. Little skidster come in handy. Got the backyard pushed out flat. All we gotta do is pick up a little bit of trash and we'll be ready to start mowing grass again. Then we just got to decide if we're going to rebuild or not. But we'll figure it out. My neighbors have decided not to. And I think 2 or 3 others have decided not to. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. But we'll figure it out. thought I'd take a second and tell you kind of how this happened. The Lord's been really good to me, always has. You know, I'm sitting here on my recliner, pretty close to where I'm standing, and of course a warning had come out on my phone. I'm checking the radar. It's not showing anything. My buddy from Cave City, Tony, had called, so I had him on the phone while the tornado took place. And then Austin shoots me a text that says, hey, there's a big one headed your way. And of course Tony and I on the phone are saying, well, I'm not seeing nothing on radar. He said, I'm not seeing anything either. And I told him, I said, I think I hear it coming. And so I could hear it coming across the neighborhood. And I told Tony, I said, I better get in. I was almost going to open the door and look outside, but I could already hear stuff hitting the house. And so I made a dash for the bathroom, called the dog in there. Dax, y'all have seen him while we're duck hunting. He's a pretty good dog. So anyway, we duck into the bathroom. I tell Tony the glass is breaking out. You know, the power had just went off, then the glass started breaking out. And it got loud, really loud. Stuff was hitting the house. I thought, man, my windows are out. I'm gonna have some repairs to do. But then there was this loud whoosh. And I think it's when the roof left. And so I didn't really hear the house fall in. It was really surprising. You know, I'm sitting there on the floor and I felt something going around my waist when the wind started. But I've got the dog by the collar with my left hand. I got the phone up to my ear with my right hand, and I could feel something going around my waist. Couldn't see it because it was dark. It wasn't hitting my arms. Nothing else was hitting me. And then, you know, the big whoosh. I stand up and everything's gone. I've told several people either that was a freak piece of debris or the Lord was tying me down. I think the Lord was tying me down because it was a EF-2, 134 mile an hour winds. My hat didn't even come off my head. I didn't have a scratch. I didn't have a bruise. I didn't have dust or insulation in my eyes. Nothing. Dude, I'm seriously walked away without a scratch. I stand up, roof's gone. This whole south end of the house is gone. You know, I can't even get across the street to the neighbors. It was pretty wild. It was kind of mind-blowing when you think, you know, hey, my house is damaged, but you didn't know it was gone until you look. And yeah, it was crazy. So very thankful. You know, Lord took care of me, and I'm no stranger to storms. It's my first tornado storm though, and part of Lucky Outdoors is really some ministry stuff that we started way back, and I tell people all the time it's better to be lucky than good, but that's not exactly true. I'd say blessed is really the term, but we use lucky. You know, my big deer that I killed, he did survive the storm. I found him in the rubble pile. I called him lucky because, you know, I'm always in the right spot at the right time. I'm just lucky. And so storms come, storms go, but the Lord's always there. I think part of the problem that some Christians have, even mostly maybe new Christians, is you know, hey, I give my heart to the Lord, and why is all this bad stuff happening? You know, being a Christian doesn't prevent storms. I mean, if you read the Bible and you look in there, all your major characters, they all had to persevere, and there was always circumstances and rough stuff that they had to go through. The key is that the Lord is always with you. You know, when they're all on that boat and they thought they were going to drown, read the story. They had to wake him up. It's like, Lord, don't you even care? And he quieted the storm, you know, kind of asked them where their faith was at. You know, don't you trust? So don't be discouraged if tough times come. I guess that's what my point here is today. You know, 22 years ago, my liver quit working. Kind of wild, kind of out of the blue. Not a big drinker, no health problems of any kind, and the liver stops. They thought I was going to die, and I thought I was going to die. It was crazy. Well, Lord healed me. I was in the hospital 12 days. About day 8, everything started working. Miraculously, doctors couldn't figure it out. And then I went home on day 12. Day 15, I was back at work. And of course, I worked for a lot of years for myself in the mobile home industry. I was a self-contractor and moved mobile homes and blocked them and did all that kind of stuff. So it was hard physical labor and really enjoyed it. Well, some guys that have had the kind of troubles like that didn't go back to work, but I did. Lord saw fit. He healed me. It's been 22 years since that happened, and I don't take any medications of any kind. I'm really blessed. There was a time that I was mud racing, and my truck overheated. I had a big jacked up Bronco that we mud raced with. Wesley and myself were big into the mud bogging. Well, motor overheated. I had the bright idea to open the radiator cap. It sprayed me head to toe. I was soaked. Didn't get burned. It was crazy. 10 people probably ran up to me checking on me to see if I was okay and checking and this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh, no, man, I'm fine. We're good. Ain't no biggie. I didn't realize till later that night. And I was like, Lord, I almost missed something there. I said, you absolutely protected me. I got wet. I didn't get burnt. Had one little red spot on my arm. And I'm talking size of a pencil. Just enough as a reminder as to what the Lord had done. And so, you know, survived near-death liver experience. I got covered in boiling water. Didn't get burned. I went through a tornado. Didn't get a scratch. Lord's been good. But it's not always been smooth. But he's always been there. He's took care of me. And even went through a divorce. That was as bad as the tornado. But the Lord still used me since then. I ride with the Christian Motorcycle Association. We have a motorcycle chapter in Batesville. So I've been their president and chaplain. And I've ministered and talked to a lot of different people. And it's been a blast. Lord's never done with you. Tough times come. You know, situations are rough. You know, I just encourage you to lean on the Lord. Stay calm. It'll be good. You know, like during the tornado, people have asked me, "What did you get scared?" I was like, "Nah, I didn't have time to get scared. I didn't have time to cry out to the Lord, save me, save me." Nothing. I just ducked behind the vanity in the toilet and rode it out, and then stood up and thanked the Lord and got out trying to find my neighbors, because this, you know, you can see in the background, it got this whole neighborhood. There was 30 houses damaged. 8 of us were totally destroyed. And there was some injured. Nobody died, though. So the Lord was good. He was with me. So I didn't have time to get scared. Kind of rough thinking about it afterwards, but nah, Lord's good. So, lucky? I think it's way more than lucky. I think it's blessed. And so, you know, we're out here hunting and doing and trying to share the things that we do with you guys. And I hope that you find some enjoyment in it. I enjoy doing it. But, you know, I have to end this video with at least this and ask you if you know the Lord like I do and trust him like I do. And if you don't, it's not hard. You know, I got saved in my pickup truck. Wasn't in no church, wasn't in front of a whole bunch of people. It was just a simple prayer. Lord, my way's not working. I want to follow you. And so I encourage you, simple little prayer. Ask God to be real to you. You know, believe that he is. He'll show you. You know, he too can watch you through a tornado like I did, or through all the other storms of life. Life's not easy. Things in our country are going crazy. I'm not worried. If it gets too bad, Lord will come get us. And it's always been my goal to hear, well done, good and faithful servant, and I'll get to go home. This, it's just a place to live. See, I'll rebuild a new place to live, but the real house and the real treasures is up there. So I encourage you, hang tight, hunt hard, live life, love your neighbor, take care of those around you. God will take care of you. That's my prayer for you, my friend. See you next go round.